Previously on Imagine. Sitting over a cup of coffee, have you ever questioned the existence of God, the deity of Christ, or the relevancy of Jesus in your life? If so, have you ever imagined the answers to these questions? The week before Passover, Jesus and his disciples entered Jerusalem. Jesus sent two of his disciples ahead to obtain a donkey for the remainder of his journey into Jerusalem. As the disciples returned with the donkey, people began to assemble outside the city to meet the one who they thought could be their Messiah. After entering the city, Jesus shares in the Passover meal with his disciples, and with cup in hand, he states he is the cup of redemption. Then he begins to share some troubling words. One of you is going to betray the Son of Man. The one who dips his hand in the bowl with me, it would have been better if that man had never been born. Following the meal, Jesus and several of his disciples went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. As Jesus began to pray, he said, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me. Yet, not as I will, but as you will." In this heavy-hearted moment, Jesus spoke honestly and intimately when he uttered the words, "My Father." It's one of many moments that reveal Jesus as being fully God and fully man. Upon the arrival of those who meant harm towards Jesus, Judas stepped towards his once declared rabbi and Messiah and betrayed him with a kiss. The Jewish leaders brought this king of the Jews before Pilate in hopes of having Jesus dealt with. Following the conversation between Pilate and Jesus, the crowd began to shout, "Crucify him!" Pilate, knowing the crowd would not subside without blood being spilled, said these words, "I am innocent of this man's blood. It is your responsibility." This declaration finalized the last few painful hours of Jesus' life. In those final hours, Christ was flogged repeatedly, mocked, spit upon, and crowned with thorns. He took upon himself the sin of the world as he was nailed to the cross, taking the punishment you and I deserved. And now on Imagine, sadness and despair had fallen on the followers of Christ. Hope seemed a distant memory. As evening approached, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph, who had himself become a disciple of Jesus. Going to Pilate, he asked for Jesus' body, and Pilate ordered that it be given to him. Joseph took the body, wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and placed it in his own new tomb that he had cut out of the rock. He rolled a big stone in front of the entrance to the tomb and went away.